Now, smoking has declined globally for the first time ever. That's according to a new report from a group of U.S. academics and campaigners. It says smoking rates have declined from 22% of people in 2007 to 19% today. But what does this mean for tobacco farmers who rely on the crop to make a living? In Malawi, tobacco makes up more than half of all exports. Now, farmers are looking to diversify their crops by growing things like soy or groundnuts.
The beauty about selling tobacco, with just one bale, you get $186, and for you to get the same amount from selling groundnuts, it will take you a lot of bags to reach the same amount. So I would say with these other crops we fetch less and we get more from tobacco, although it is not doing well on the market. And I will stop when the world will completely get done with tobacco.
But demand for tobacco isn't going down everywhere. In fact, smoking in at least 10 African countries has increased, with many children picking up the habit. Some blame the industry for deliberately targeting kids in their advertising, but tobacco firms deny this. What's interesting, though, are other alternatives, or what are considered to be safer products like e-cigarettes. Their regulation is still murky, with many governments treating them the same as cigarettes made of tobacco. Not surprisingly, companies that are marketing e-cigarettes or vapes want their products to be taxed at lower rates, as Robert Naus of Relics told me.
The most harmful products are the most heavily taxed and the most restricted in terms of communication, promotion, all of those advertising aspects, all the way to the less risk products, which we believe, obviously, as a company, and not just us, entire manufacturers and the entire industry, should be less taxed, this is one, and less restricted in terms of how to communicate their relative benefits to adult smokers that are looking to quit. Obviously, responsible marketing is very important, Maya, and this is why we, at our company, we have the Guardian program, which makes sure that youth prevention is upheld. And we do not target any person who is part of an unintended audience, so we only target adult smokers and vapers. And this needs also to be part of the regulation to make sure that no one can market this product to someone who is minor, to someone who does not smoke or stop smoking, or someone who's just, not the target audience here.
Joseph, so we've seen that rates of smoking is actually on the rise on the continent. Why is this?
Well, thank you very much. This is because we lack progressive policy making. Africa is the only continent where smoking rates are rising, according to the recent report by Tobacco Atlas. And because we, policymakers on this continent, use the quit or die approach, which is not working, unfortunately.
And Africa has a huge tobacco industry. What does the global decline in consumption of tobacco products mean for tobacco farmers?
Well, okay, I am not a tobacco farmer, but this is what I will say, that we need to begin to look at other options, like extracting nicotine from the tobacco we have here and making products such as e-cigarette juice.
Tell me more about this and the alternatives for livelihoods for tobacco farmers. What can they look into instead?
Well, we need to understand, first of all, that in matters tobacco and smoking, nicotine is not the enemy. Nicotine is not carcinogenic and it does not cause cancer. So policymakers need to look at other products that can help smokers to quit smoking, and as well as look at the farmers to diversify into crops that are beneficial to them. Right.
Are you concerned about the lack of regulation for e-cigarettes?
The product is already here. The only problem we have is that it's not being regulated appropriately and it's in the black market, and we have people that oppose the product. You look at countries like England, for example, where if you go to the hospital and you're struggling to quit smoking, they offer you electronic cigarettes for free, which means the product is helping them. We are the only continent where the rates are not going down because we don't look at options such as electronic cigarettes and nicotine pouches, which are being used to reduce smoking rates abroad.
All right, thank you so much, Joseph, for that.